So hello once again guys, and welcome to this class of e-commerce, about e-commerce. So in this class, we're gonna see how money is made. So before we go in deep in the course and create your store, it's important to understand how money is made in a normal business and in a normal business, in a business that is not necessarily online, and in a e-commerce. So let's start. So the first thing that we have to see is understand how works a normal business. So usually a normal business, the way it works, you have let's say, for example, let's take a store. So the store is your local store is a business. So you have the place where you have all the products that are stored here. People come inside of the store, people buy the products, and the store makes money. So basically the store makes an income. You see there the three important notions. The store is making an income while the customers comes in, buys the product, and leaves. It gives the income to the store. Then the expenses of the store will be the store himself, like renting the place, buying all the products, paying the employees, paying for the electricity, paying for paying for the janitor to come and clean, paying for everything that is in the store. So as you can see, the goal and what's left will be the profits. So the goal of the business, the store for example, is to maximize the profit. Same thing for any other business. They don't want necessarily to have a big income. For example, let's say the store makes $1 million of income per month, okay? But if this store who makes $1 million of income per month only makes, let's say, $10,000 of profit, versus another store who only makes $100,000 of income per month and makes $20,000 of profit, well, the second store makes less income but have a bigger profit. So what you have to understand is income, it's important, but the most important thing is the profit. So how you handle your expenses will dictate the profit that you will have in the end. That's how it works for a normal business. For an online business, it's exactly the same thing. So you make an income, you have to have you need to have the biggest income possible, you need to have the smallest expenses possible, and the difference between those will be your profit. So in this course we're talking about e-commerce. So we're gonna talk about the concept of drop shipping, because your store will be especially a drop shipping store, because we're not gonna create a brand for you or anything else. It will be like really a drop shipping store. So first thing we're gonna talk about is the difference between selling your own products and drop shipping. So selling your own products will mean that you have the products. Let's say you're selling t-shirts, okay? So this means you created the t-shirt, you bought t-shirts somewhere, you're storing the t-shirts at your house or in any other warehouse, okay? So you are owning the products. And then when you are making sales, you ship the products directly to the customer. So what does it mean? In this case, it means that you have stock of product, your expenses in this case, what they will be. The first thing is you will have a stock of your products. So there is a price, there is a cost to have stock of the products. If you're storing your products in a warehouse, you need to pay the warehouse. If you're storing your products at your own place, it takes space at your home or anywhere where you live, in your apartment or whatever. So there is a cost. It can be an economical cost, or a financial cost. Economical cost, for example, the cost of the place it takes at your home, or a financial cost, if you're renting a space in a warehouse or anywhere else. After that, you need to own the product. So for example, let's say you're buying products and you're reselling them. So basically you're fronting the money. So let's say you're buying 10 computers. You need to pay for 10 computers and then hope to sell those 10 computers. And if they don't sell, you keep the computers and you take the loss. So it's pretty much a very, very, very big loss that you're gonna take. So that's what happens if you own the product that you wanna you wanna sell online, which is not the best thing for me. When you are drop shipping, it's a bit different. So the thing with drop shipping is that you don't own necessarily the products. Well, you don't own the products at all. So it's gonna eliminate the cost of storing. So you are not storing anything. So you don't have to pay for you don't have to pay for storage. So it eliminates this expense. Second thing, the products, they are stored. You don't have to pay for the products at first. So this means you don't have to front money to the person who is selling you the products, because the products are stored somewhere else. You have suppliers in other countries from who you can buy the products, and the products are stored there. So you only pay for the products that have been sold. So how works dropshipping? You're gonna find this. Basically, you find the supplier online. You find their product. You're gonna you put their products on your website or your e-commerce, and when someone buys the product, you buy the product you take the money that the person just paid you. You buy the product from the supplier, and you send the product directly to the final client, and you keep the difference between both. So difference between the money that your client paid you and the price that the supplier sold you the product. So you are like the middleman. That's the concept of dropshipping. The pros and the cons of dropshipping. Well, as I said, the pros, you don't have any stock. You don't have. It's not something that you need to invest a lot of money to start in. So it's not. The barriers at the entrance are not very high. So you are not paying anything to get in, except like for the creation of your website. It's gonna take you the website, the e-commerce is gonna take you time. And also what you're paying per month for the platform, for the apps, if you're using any kind of apps, and that's it. So the costs are very small if you compare this to someone who, let's say, buy the products and try to resell them, because he has to pay for the stock of the products. He pays for the products at first, and if he's not able to sell them, he's gonna take a loss. Last point, how do you make money dropshipping? Well, as I explained a bit before, it's simple. You post you find products online, you post them on your e-commerce. When someone buys the product, you take the money, pay your supplier. Your supplier sends the product directly to your client. So you never see the product, you never touch the product, you just run your e-commerce, you promote the products that are on your e-commerce, and you take the money in the difference between when the client buys from you and you buy from your supplier. So the potential of dropshipping. Is dropshipping a real business? Well, yeah, it's definitely a real business. The concept of business is working without having, you are the boss. That's the first thing in the business. You own something. In let's say traditional businesses, you have a business. The person in charge owns all the everything in the business. Let's say he's the boss. He owns like the building. He owns the stock in the business and everything. In dropshipping, it's the same thing. You own what you run. You own the e-commerce. It's yours. So you decide how you want to run it. If you want to put hours in it, it's gonna bring maybe more results. But you at the same time take the risk. You can put a lot of hours and doesn't bring the result. But you can be very lucky, put a little bit of time, and it's gonna run like hell. So as I said, it's a real business. It works like a business. You can definitely scale it. You can have your employees who will work for you. Let's say you are making $1 million of sales per month. You need people to, let's say, do the customer service. You will need people who will make the orders for you. Maybe will have some other suppliers that you will not take from, you will not have only one supplier, you will have some suppliers, so you will have people who will manage all this. You will need to have a well, you will need to see how you will ship the products. Well, you will have you will have everything. So yeah, drop shipping for me is a real business. To succeed in this, well, if you want to, you can do it full time, because the question is, do you have to work full time or part time? You can do it part time, you can do it full time. It's like a normal business. If you put a lot of hours in it, if you work every day on it, you will see results much faster. You will have more chances to see results much faster than someone who is doing this only part time. Because when you're doing something part time, you have other occupations. If you only do this, well, you have more chances to succeed. But yeah, you can definitely do this part time if you find the right niche, you find the right product, and you market it the right way. You will be able to do it the part time. At first, it's gonna be hard. The time that it's gonna take you to build the store. When the store will be ready, you have to market it. You have to be, you need to become a reference in your domain. But when all this is done, you will be able to work part time and outsource absolutely everything. So that's cool with the dropshipping. In the real business, it works the same way. Let's say you're owning a store. So at first you will work in your store 24/7. You will always be there. You will try to minimize your expenses because you don't want to pay employees to work. So you will work. You will be the employee. You will be the janitor. You will be the person who makes the sandwiches. Let's say you sell sandwiches in your store. You will do absolutely everything. But after that, you will be, when the store will run, your real store, you will be able to, like, let's say, pay for cashiers, pay for people who make sandwiches, pay for janitors, pay for everything. So you outsource absolutely everything. The same thing in drop shipping. You don't have to do all the work when your store starts to run. Last thing is success guaranteed? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but when you're an entrepreneur, no, the success is not guaranteed. The difference between working for yourself and having a job will give you a steady income, will give you, how can you say it? Well, will give you a steady income. So you will be safe, let's say safe, but you will live paycheck by paycheck. In drop shipping or any other business, you have to understand that success is never guaranteed. You can start and you maybe will fail. So you need to take this in consideration. What's cool with drop shipping is that you don't lose this much because the initial investment is not very, very big. So even if it doesn't work, you can learn from your mistakes and start again. And if it doesn't work once again, well, do the same thing until it works, because until you're trying, you don't fail. You have to understand this. So for me, that's it. So as you can see, that's the way that money is made while drop shipping. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next class.